Hello and welcome to Reset Election Series Episode 9 of the 2030 midterms. First up, President Ojeda's approval rating in the midterms. He has a 33% approval rating across the country, with his highest approval rating being amongst third-party supporters. He has a 65% net disapproval, with his highest disapproval being a tie between Republicans and Democrats, giving him a 32% net disapproval across the country. We only have 3 retiring Republican senators, that being Evan Jenkins of West Virginia, Aubrey Dunn Jr. of New Mexico, and Duke Aiona of Hawaii. We have quite a few retiring Democrat senators, that being Brad Ellsworth of Indiana, Tim Kaine of Virginia, Michael Brown in D.C., Omaria Scott in Mississippi, Bob Casey Jr. in Pennsylvania, John Wolf Jr. in Tennessee, Debbie Stabenow in Michigan, and Amy Klobuchar in Minnesota. It is now 7 p.m. and the following states have poll closings. We can project that David Zuckerman will win re-election in the state of Vermont. Indiana in the Senate race, too close to call. Luke Messer, former congressman, is currently ahead by 4 points. In the Virginia Senate race, too close to call. Nick Fried is currently leading incumbent Governor Ayala Hayes by around 8 points. And here is the current map thus far. That should be Brian Schatz. I apologize. But Brian Schatz and the Democrats currently have 40 seats to the Republicans' 31. Out of the Vermont governor race, Brock Pierce, the independent, will go on to win re-election to another term. In the Georgia governor race, too close to call. Doug Collins currently leading Cassim Reed by around 12 points. In the South Carolina governor race, Governor Pamela Evette currently leading by 16 points over Todd Rutherford. It is now 7:30 p.m. and the following states have poll closings. We can project that Alex Mooney will be elected to his first term to the Senate. In Ohio Senate race, currently too close to call, Mary Taylor currently has an 8-point lead over Paul Hackett. And we can now project that Hala Ayala, who was just elected governor last year, will be elected to the Senate. As soon as she was inaugurated, she said she had plans to run for Senate, and that's what she do. Amid backlash, by the way, but she will be elected to her first term to the Senate. In Indiana Senate race, currently too close to call, Luke Messer's lead drops down to 2% right now. And here is we have now upgraded the graphics. Brian Schatz is now on there, but Brian Schatz and the Democrats have 41 seats to John Thune and the Republicans 32 seats. In Ohio's governor race, currently too close to call, Governor John Husted currently has a 12-point lead over former Congressman Tim Ryan. And we can now have a projection out of the South Carolina governor race, as Pamela Evette will be re-elected as governor. Out of the Georgia governor race, too close to call, and now a 10-point lead for former Congressman Doug Collins. It is now 8 p.m. and the following states have poll closings. Out of Delaware, Ken Simpler, a Rockefeller Republican, will be re-elected by a wide margin for a Republican. And out of New Jersey, Chris Christie, getting back that popularity he once had, will be re-elected to the Senate in New Jersey. And out of Rhode Island, Robert Nader-Lilo will go on to win re-election as well. These 3 Northeastern Republicans doing very well in their states. Out of D.C., Muriel Bowser, the former governor, mayor turned governor, now running for Senate, will be elected to her first term to the Senate. Out of Maryland, Chelsea Manning will go on to win re-election to the Senate. Out of Connecticut Senate race, too close to call, Gretchen Carlson currently leading Susan Basiewicz by around 10 points. Out of Florida Senate race, Randolph Bracey running for another term, running ahead 2 points above Pam Bondi. Out of Maine Senate race, too close to call, Senator Cynthia Dill leading 2 points over Richard Bennett. Out of Massachusetts Senate race, currently too close to call, Kurt Schilling currently leading 8 points over Alan Kizay. Out of Mississippi Senate race, currently too close to call, Lynn Finch has a 12-point lead over David Berrien right now. Too close to call right here. Out of Missouri Senate race, too close to call, Austin Peterson currently leading the incumbent, Scott Sifton, by around 12 points right now. Out of Pennsylvania Senate race, too close to call, John Fetterman, the incumbent, actually scratch that, this is an empty seat, I'm sorry, Bob Casey retired, but currently Dave Reed, a state senator, currently leading John Fetterman by around 6 points. Out of Tennessee Senate race, too close to call, Stephen Fincher leading over Megan Barry by 18 points. If Stephen Fincher were to win this would be a gain for Republicans. Out of Ohio Senate race, Paul Hackett will go on to win another term to the Senate. Out of Indiana, big win for Pete Buttigieg here, as he will go on to succeed Brad Ellsworth, keeping the Indiana Senate seat blue. And here's the current Senate makeup. Democrats currently have 45 seats. Republicans have 35 seats. 10 seat difference, a 10 seat difference, excuse me, I can't talk. Democrats need about 7 more seats to win a majority. You need 52 seats for a majority in the Senate. And out of D.C., the governor race, Robert White will go on to be elected to governor of D.C. Out of Maine's governor race, Troy Jackson will go on to win another term. Out of Oklahoma's governor race, T.W. Shannon will go on to win a second term as governor. Out of Illinois' governor race, Independent Sam McCain will go on to win another term as governor, a very popular governor with a 58% approval rating. Out of Massachusetts' governor race, Scott Lively will win in a landslide, another independent winning in a landslide, but a bigger landslide than McCain was. And out of Rhode Island's governor race, independent turned to the moderate party, Ken Block will go on to win a second term as governor. Out of Alabama's governor race, currently too close to call, Tim James, currently leading over 18 points over Democrat Governor Walt Maddox. Now to Connecticut's governor race, too close to call, Bob Stefanowski looking to succeed Governor Lyndon McMahon. He's currently leading Democrat Dan Drew by around 6 points. Out of Florida's governor race, Adam Putnam leading the current governor by 8 points in the state right now. Out of Maryland's governor race, too close to call, Nancy Navarro currently leading Dan Cox by around 4 points. Dan Cox outperforming the polling, as you can see. Out of New Hampshire's governor race, too close to call, Corey Lewandowski currently leading 18 points over the governor, who has seen his approval rating drop drastically since his last time he was elected. Now the Pennsylvania governor race, Russ Diamond, currently endorsed by Richard Ojeda, is currently doing very well, an independent now running against Brendan Doyle, a congressman, and Jake Corman, who is the state Senate majority leader in Pennsylvania. Russ Diamond currently leading his two opposition. Out of Tennessee's governor race, Mark Green currently leading Marquita Bradshaw by around 7 points over his opponent. And we can now project that Kazim Reed will go on to be elected to his first term as governor, succeeding Stacey Abrams. Kazim Reed will go on to win his first term as governor over Doug Collins. In Ohio's governor race, John Husted's lead has gone down to 8 points over Tim Ryan. He has a massive overperformance, as John Husted is very popular in the state of Ohio. It is now 8:30 p.m. in Arkansas. The only state has their poll closings, but we don't have a Senate race for Arkansas, but we can make a call that Gretchen Carlson will go into a second term representing Connecticut in the Senate. We can also make a projection that John Fetterman will defeat Dave Reed by a larger than expected margin, expected to win by 6 points, who ran a very populist left-wing progressive campaign. Dave Corman was very unpopular in the rural areas, which hurt him a lot, and Fetterman did really well with ancestral Democrats. Out of Florida's Senate race, kind of a statistical tie between the two candidates. Ralph Bracey is in a fight for his political career as he is hoping to win a second term to the Senate. Out of Maine, too close to call, a statistical tie between the two candidates. Out of Massachusetts, too close to call, Kurt Schilling leading Alan Kaze by 6 points. Out of Mississippi Senate race, too close to call, Lynn Finch, who is currently leading over 8 points by David Beria. There's been this notion that Lynn Finch has a disdain for rural voters, which could be why we're seeing a rural reversion currently with David Beria right now, as he's doing very well with rural voters rather than Lynn Finch. And out of Missouri Senate race, too close to call, Austin Peterson now leading over Scott Sifton by 8 points. Out of Tennessee's Senate race, Stephen Fincher currently leading by around 12 points over Megan Berry. And here's the current Senate makeup thus far. Again, 10-seat difference. Brian Schatz has 46 seats, or Democrats have 46 seats. Republicans have 36 seats. Out of Arkansas's governor race, Greg Leding, the governor, currently leading over Tim Griffin by around 6 points. And we can now make a projection out of Connecticut's governor race. Bob Stefanowski will be elected to his first term as governor on his second attempt, now defeating Dan Drew. Out of Tennessee's governor race, Marquita Bradshaw will go on to win another term as governor. Out of Ohio's governor race, a big shocker here, despite John Husted's popularity, Tim Ryan will go on to win this race, as this is becoming a Democrat-favorable year, as Democrats are overperforming what their 2028 numbers were, as Tim Ryan will be elected as the governor of Ohio. And out of Alabama's governor race, too close to call, Tim James' lead over Walt Maddox is now at 8 points. Out of Florida's governor race, too close to call, Adam Putnam now leading by 2 points over Nikki Fried. Out of Maryland's governor race, too close to call, a statistical tie between the two candidates. Out of New Hampshire, it is currently too close to call. Corey Lewandowski still has a 12-point lead over Dan Feltz. It is now 9 p.m. and the following states have poll closings. We can project that Kirsten Sinema will go on to win re-election to the Senate out of Arizona, and Richard Painter will go on to win his first term to the Senate in Minnesota. Kind of been called a neocon Democrat, a blue dog, but we'll just have to see how his voting record holds. And out of New York Senate race, Chelsea Clinton will destroy Chris Gibson in New York, beating him by around 13 points despite him being an incumbent. Chelsea Clinton will flip New York Senate seat blue and win her first term to the Senate. Out of Nebraska's Senate race, Shane Osborne will win his second term to the Senate. And out of North Dakota, Kevin Cramer will win another term to the United States Senate. Out of Wyoming, Eric Prince will go on to win another term to the U.S. Senate. And out of Michigan Senate race, too close to call, Abdul El-Sayed, who is retiring from the governor's seat to run for Senate, is currently leading over Scott Bowman by around 12 points. Out of New Mexico Senate race, too close to call, Hector Baldera is currently leading over John Sanchez. Baldera leading by 12 points, could flip the seat blue. Out of Puerto Rico Senate race, currently too close to call, Melinda Donnelly, the incumbent, currently leading over Carmelo Rios as of right now. Out of Texas Senate race, too close to call, incumbent Joaquin Castro is currently leading over Will Hurd by 18 points. Out of Wisconsin Senate race, too close to call, incumbent Tammy Baldwin leading over Sean Duffy by 18 points. And we can now make a big projection for Democrats as Randolph Bracey will win a second term to the Senate. Out of Florida, Randolph Bracey will win re-election to the Senate. Out of Maine Senate race, Cynthia Dill will go on to win re-election to her Senate seat as well. Out of Massachusetts Senate race, too close to call, Kurt Schilling currently leading by 4 points over Alan Keze. Out of Mississippi Senate race, too close to call, Lynn Finch only has a 4-point lead over David Beria as of right now. Out of Missouri, too close to call, Austin Peterson currently has a 4-point lead over Scott Sifton. Out of Tennessee Senate race, too close to call, Stephen Fincher has an 8-point lead over Megan Barry. And here is the makeup thus far. Democrats have 51 seats. They just need to win one more seat to win the majority. Of course, they just need to win one more seat. Actually, I think it's 2 more seats. I stand corrected. It's 2 more seats. They need to win 53 seats to win a majority. Just they need 53 seats. And John Thune and the Republicans are at 39, which they aren't performing too well right now. And out of Nebraska's governor race, Mark Elworth Jr., who is an independent, has won his second term as governor. Out of New York's governor race, Brian Benjamin will go on to win his first term as governor. Out of Wisconsin's governor race, Mike McCabe has won re-election to his governor seat. Out of South Dakota, Marty Jackley will go on to win his re-election to his governor. Out of Wyoming's governor race, Rick Schrammel will go on to win re-election. Out of Arizona's governor race, Kirk Adams is currently leading Kate Gallego, the incumbent, by around 8 points. Out of Colorado, currently too close to call, the incumbent Cory Gardner is currently leading Joe Nagus by around 28 points. Out of Kansas governor race, currently too close to call, Chris Kobach is currently leading David Toland by around 16 points. Out of Michigan's governor race, too close to call, Mike Cox currently leading Mike Garland Gilchrist by around 8 points. Out of New Mexico's governor race, too close to call, incumbent Rebecca Dow leading by a large margin over Joe Cervantes. Out of Texas governor race, too close to call, Chad Prather currently leading incumbent Julian Castro by around 6 points. Out of Arkansas's governor race, still too close to call, Greg Leding now leading by 2 points over Tim Griffin. Out of Alabama's governor race, too close to call, Tim James still leading by 8 points over Walt Maddox. Out of Florida's governor race, currently too close to call, a statistical tie between the two candidates. Out of Maryland's governor race, too close to call, Dan Cox currently leading Nancy Novato by around 1 point. A very close election right here. Out of New Hampshire's governor race, it is tightened just a little bit, but Corey Lewandowski is just leading by around 10 points over Dan Phelps. It is now 10 p.m. on the East Coast, and it is now time for the following states' poll closings. And out of Utah Senate race, Mike Kennedy will go on to win another term to the Senate. Out of Montana Senate race, too close to call, Troy Downing currently leading John Morrison by around 18 points. Out of Nevada Senate race, too close to call, Danny Tarkanian is leading Stephen Klubeck by around 10 points. And we can now make a projection that Governor Abdul El-Sayed will go on to win his first term as a senator out of Michigan. He will go on to defeat his opponent by around 4 or 5 points. Out of Massachusetts Senate race, Kurt Schilling will go on to defeat Alan Keze by around 2 points out of Massachusetts. Out of Mississippi, a big win here for Democrats as David Beria will go on to defeat Lynn Fitch as Democrats are replacing a progressive with a conservative, which is a big shock. David Beria is a blue dog Democrat, which is a big change from the progressive that was representing the seat for a while. Out of Missouri Senate race, speaking of progressive, Scott Sifton is projected to win re-election. Out of the Puerto Rico Senate race, Melinda Donnelly is currently leading by around 8 points over her opponent. And out of Texas Senate race, too close to call, Joaquin Castro leading by 14 points. And out of Wisconsin Senate race, Tammy Baldwin leading over 12 points over Sean Duffy. Out of Tennessee Senate race, too close to call, Stephen Fincher leading by 4 points. And here's the seat count so far. Democrats have won a majority. They have 54 seats to the Republicans' 41 seats. Democrats will maintain control of the Senate. And out of Iowa's governor race, it's currently too close to call. Bob Vander Plaats is currently leading incumbent Cindy Axne by around 4 points. Out of Nevada's governor race, too close to call. Michelle Fior is leading Aaron Ford by around 18 points. And out of Kansas' governor race, Chris Kobach will be surprisingly elected. The Attorney General of Kansas will be elected as the governor of the state after failing in 2018. And now, I don't even know if y'all can hear me. What the fuck? Hold on. I'm sorry. We had difficulties. Oh my god, we're doing this shit again, aren't we? Sorry about that. But out of New Mexico's governor race, Rebecca Dow will go on to win re-election. And out of Texas governor race, Julian Castro will go on to win a second term as governor in the state. Out of Arkansas's governor race, Greg Leding will go on to win his second term as governor. Out of Alabama's governor race, Walt Maddox will go on to win re-election as governor. Out of Florida's governor race, Nikki Fried will go on to win. We have a slew of Democrat victories coming out of the governor races right now, and it looks like it's going to be stopping. Screen froze again. As in, Dan Cox will go on to win his first term as governor of Maryland, as we are seeing the South shift blue and the Northeast shift red. It is going to be an interesting way to see what happens going on in the next decade, and, with the political shift that is. And out of the Arizona governor race, currently too close to call. Kirk Adams is currently leading Kate Gallego by around 4 points. I need to restart my computer. Out of Colorado's governor race, currently too close to call. Cord Garner leading Joe Negus by around 18 points. Out of Michigan's governor race, currently too close to call. Looks like the freezing has stopped. Mike Cox currently leading over Garland Gilchrist, the former lieutenant governor, by around 2 points. Out of New Hampshire, currently too close to call. Corey Lewandowski leading over 10 points over Dan Feltz. It is now 11 p.m. and the following states have poll closings. And out of California's Senate race, we can project that Kevin De Leon will go on to win another term to the Senate. And out of Hawaii's Senate race, this is a seat that Democrats are hoping to hold on to, as Charles DeJoe is currently leading Esther Kiane. If anyone knows how to pronounce that, tell me, and I'll correct it if I ever use this person again. And Charles DeJoe is leading by 18 points over her. Out of Washington Senate race, too close to call. Joey Gibson is currently seeking re-election, is a massive target for Democrats. Real massive target, as he has been called far-right and a bunch of other names. He is currently leading over progressive Hong Tran by around 12 points. And out of Montana Senate race, Troy Downing will go on to win another term to the Senate. And out of Nevada Senate race, Danny Tarkanian will go on to win re-election to his Senate seat as well. And out of the Texas Senate race, Joaquin Castro will go on to win re-election to the Senate. Out of Wisconsin Senate race, Tammy Baldwin will go on to win another term to the Senate. And out of Puerto Rico, too close to call, Melinda Donnelly leading by around 4 points over Camilo Rios. Out of Tennessee Senate race, a statistical tie between the two candidates. And here is the Senate makeup thus far. Brian Schatz has 57, or Democrats, I don't know why I keep saying Brian Schatz. Democrats have 57 seats to Republicans 43 seats. Out of California's governor race, Kevin Prafferth will go on to win another term as governor. Out of Idaho's governor, Ahman Bundy will go on to win re-election here. Out of Hawaii's governor race, too close to call, Andrea Tupola, currently leading over Kai Kahel. Out of Oregon's governor race, too close to call, Christine Drazen leading over Tina Kotick by around 4 points. The incumbent governor is Ted Wheeler, so this could be a flip for Republicans if they continue to do well. Out of Iowa's governor race, Cindy Axne will go on to win her second term as governor. Out of Nevada's governor race, Michelle Fior will go on to win her first term as governor in the state. Out of Arizona's governor race, a flip from last time. I called her the incumbent earlier, that was my mistake, but Kate Gallego will win her first term as governor of Arizona. Out of Colorado's governor race, Cory Gardner will go on to win re-election. Out of Michigan's governor race, Garland Gilchrist will go on to win his first term as governor, defeating his opponent. Out of New Hampshire's governor race, too close to call, Corey Lewandowski leading by 5 points over Dan Feltz. It is now 1 a.m. in the following states. Alaska has their poll closings. Out of Hawaii Senate race, we can now project that Charles DeJoe will be elected to his first term to the Senate. We don't have any states out of Alaska, by the way. And out of Washington Senate race, Joey Gibson will go on to win re-election here as well. And We do have a governor race, however, as Al Gross, the independent, is currently leading over Mike Chenault, Joe Miller, and Peter McKitchie? Michiki. I don't know. But Mike Chenault is currently the incumbent, and he's currently second behind Al Gross. And out of Hawaii's governor race, Andrea Tupolo will go on to win her first term here. Out of Oregon's governor race, Tina Kotick will win her first term here. It is now 1:15 a.m. We can now make a major projection. Apparently not. Out of 1:30 a.m. we can make a major projection. And that's Alaska's second round results. Al Gross at 37%, Mike Chenault inching behind him at 36%, and Joe Sullivan at 24%. We are expecting to announce a Mike Chenault victory any time now, but Joe Sullivan's votes will be allocated between Gross and Chenault, and we are expecting Chenault to get the better portion of that. It is now 1:45 a.m., and we could project a big win for Republicans in Puerto Rico, which we are expecting to be the future battleground state for the Electoral College, as Carmelo Rios will go on to win his first term to the Senate, defeating incumbent Melinda Young, flipping this seat for Republicans, which I personally didn't think was going to be happening tonight, as Democrats were just crushing it tonight. It is now 2 a.m. We can now project that Mike Chenault will be elected to his second term as the governor of Alaska. We can also project that Corey Lewandowski will be elected governor, defeating Dan Phelps, the once popular governor, with someone who's very controversial. We'll have to see if Corey Lewandowski can be re-elected on a presidential year, but Corey Lewandowski will defeat Dan Phelps, flipping the seat red. It's now 2:15 a.m. We can project the final projection of Megan Barry keeping the seat blue. As with Mississippi went from progressive to conservative, Tennessee is going from conservative to progressive, as Megan Barry is a conservative, or a progressive, as she will go on to win her first term to the Senate. And here is the final composition of the Senate: 58 seats for the Democrats and 46 seats for the Republicans. And here is the Senate makeup map. As you can see, the purple states being Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, New York, and Rhode Island. And we can now project that the majority will go to the House, as Katherine Clark will likely be re-elected as Speaker of the House, as Democrats made a net 5 gain, as they have 234 seats to the Republicans' 207 seats. But thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but go follow my Twitter at Chaotic Politics. This is the Chaotic One saying, peace.